Original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is one of our mini episodes, which is a shortened version of our longer episodes. Today we're going to go over some news stories that have been hot off the presses this week. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
So first things first, Ghislaine had her bail hearing, and you guys were all so lovely to tweet at us that you could tune in live.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they only let 500 people join in on the call, and we got booted out, so we couldn't, but people were live streaming it.
Yeah, there was this woman on Facebook named Brenda.
I watched
Oh
Brenda's
my God, thank you,
feed.
Brenda.
Yeah,
Brenda
for
was
like
cool.
2 hours. She was just streaming it, and I tuned in, and Maria tuned in.
I did not because I had a client. As you guys know, I'm a professional life coach. So I was life coaching.
You were coaching, but we heard.
Yeah, so tell me what went down during the trial.
So this was like her bail hearing, and so she was brought in.
She pled not guilty,
Yes.
which is Banana Town.
She pled not guilty, which is Banana Town.
It's so crazy.
And so she was asking to be released on $5 million bail.
Her lawyer said that she's not a flight risk, and also
Yeah.
that she was afraid of getting COVID-19.
Right.
Because the jail, it's like rampant in jails.
Yeah. The other lawyer, the defense lawyer, was like, she said, "Your Honor, she is the definition of a flight risk." It was great.
Yeah, babe. She's like a bird.
Yeah, she has her passport for France and the UK, I believe.
Yeah.
So she could go there and never come back. They can't extradite her.
Yeah, there's no extra. Is there extradition in the UK? No, there's not
I
in
don't
France.
know. There's not in France, though. So she could be there.
You know what Ghislaine's saying? I see London, I see France. I see a way to get out of this dance.
Oh, no.
Oh, I was going to say, I see underage girls' underpants.
I was gonna say
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna hang myself from my pants.
Yeah? Well, she's wearing
That
paper
too.
clothes, so she can't.
Yes, she is in paper clothes and being moved from cell to cell to be to avoid assassins, allegedly.
Paper clothes and cell to cell. What's going to happen?
Is that a
Paper clothes,
Huh?
cell to cell.
You don't know that song is by Soundgarden.
Oh, black hole paper clothes.
Paper clothes, cell to cell. What is going to happen?
Closing time.
One
Time to
letter.
close Gislaine's sale and then give
Put on
her
your
her last.
paper clothes. So she was living in this house in New Hampshire, and she said, or the realtor of this house said that Ghislaine and an unknown man went to check out this house, and they introduced themselves as Scott and Jen Marshall. And this guy,
Weird.
Scott, said he was retired from the British military and he was currently writing a book. And Jen Marshall, aka Ghislaine, said that she was a journalist who just wants privacy.
If I saw Ghislaine, I would be like, that's Ghislaine.
Well, they
Like, you
didn't
can't
know.
really-
They didn't know. So
Do you
they.
think she was in a disguise?
Well, she could have
I
been
think
wearing a
she
wig.
was honestly no. What I heard was that she was in full clump makeup.
She was dressed as one of the clumps.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Okay. They wanted to purchase the property quickly through a wire transfer, and they purchased it through an LLC, limited liability clump company. and this was in November. But then after Ghislaine got arrested, the real estate agent saw a photograph and was like, "Oh, oops, that's
What
Jen
an
Marshall."
idiot real estate
I know, what a
agent.
dummy.
Like, who is this real estate agent? She
What a
hasn't seen the
dummy.
clumps before?
Yeah, right. She hasn't seen the clumps or Ghislaine. Crazy.
What an idiot.
Living under a rock. And so her lawyer was like, asked if she could wear like a GPS monitor and if she could stay in like a luxury hotel in New York instead
Oh my God.
of prison. And then they asked Ghislaine about her finances because they're like, oh, she has like over $10 million of money in offshore accounts. And she was like, oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
It's so weird. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so bizarre how much these white people think that they can get away with.
It's
How
crazy.
bizarre. How bizarre. Da-na-na,
Yeah.
da-na-na, da-na. How bizarre. Ooh, Ghislaine. Ooh, Ghislaine.
Oh, Ghislaine, you're making me crazy.
Making me crazy.
crazy.
Every time you...
Every time I look around.
You're changing cells.
But honestly, like the fact that she thinks that she could like, oh, sorry, sir, instead of prison, can I just go to a hotel? That's not how life works. That's so, I mean, what privilege is that? Like, sorry, I'd rather go to the Four Seasons.
Yeah. So her trial date is set for July 12th, 2021.
Oh,
In a year.
Wow.
then this means I just have to write my own Ghislaine trial fan fiction.
Yeah, because she's going to
We
be dead.
should.
She'll be dead.
Wait, so does that mean she's going to be in jail for the year up?
Yes.
Well, that's kind of good at least.
She's in the Brooklyn prison. I know it's the same place where R. Kelly was or is, but it's like known for being a terrible, terrible prison.
Good. I hope she has to eat cockroaches for dinner.
Yeah, and she's gonna be in her
Is
cell.
she taking visitors?
Yeah, I mean her lawyers can come visit her, but I think she's in her cell for 23 hours a day, and she has like an hour of like. But she's not around any other inmates. It's just her.
So is she in like solitary confinement?
Yeah.
That will drive you crazy.
I think it's a nice break.
Yeah, she's always around
I
people.
guess we're all in solitary confinement. Interesting.
And she's apparently married.
Okay, yeah, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear this while I was listening. She must have mentioned it. But she's apparently married and she won't say who.
Is it to the guy we thought was her boyfriend?
That's what people are... the guy you brought up last time, Scott Borgerson or something. He's like a tech guy from the UK.
Yeah.
That's who people think it is, but she won't say who it is. I don't know. I'm sure they know. They have to know.
But there has to... Aren't documents... hold on. Let's Goog. Hold on.
I tried to look up the address where she was living, and the only thing that came up was like the former owners. Because they bought it with an LLC, so there's no like...
What is it called? It's not called a wedding document. What is it called?
It's called a marriage certificate, bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. My Siri was just like marriage certificate. Oh my God.
What?
What?
Can you hear that?
No.
My Siri for some reason is picking up what we're saying, and it just said, "Jizz on my God, my Siri is just like marriage certificate."
Ew, Siri, Jesus.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Siri.
Ghislaine marriage certificate. Find marriage records. First name Ghislaine. Last name Maxwell.
I wonder if she used an alias though.
I don't know if you can get married under an alias. Oh my God. Has Ghislaine Maxwell ever lived in Palm Beach, Florida? Yes.
Get this. Former sheriff who may be Ghislaine Maxwell's father-in-law says he has no idea if his son Scott Borgerson is married to Jeffrey Epstein's madam.
Oh.
Wait, can I interject for a second?
Yes.
Is she 30 to 49 or 50 plus?
She's 50 plus.
50. Wait, are you on one of those websites where it asks you to like answer all the questions and then at the end
am I going to get a computer virus?
She's at lovecalculator.com and she's just seeing.
As far as you know, is Ghislaine an only child?
You're on a weird site. I
No, I'm not. I'm on a good site.
No,
it's going to take you 20 minutes and then it's going to be like, to find the results, pay $39.99.
Yeah. It's going to say, put your email in so that we can send you the result.
And then you're going to be like, fine, I spent an hour doing this. I might as well pay the money.
Okay, well, let's keep talking, but I think something's going to happen.
Okay. We want to talk about all these glitches and coincidences that keep happening.
Oh my God, it's too much.
So I had a dream the other night that Martin, my Canadian husband, casted Haley Joel Osment and his wife in his show, and then Maria
Osment's married?
Yeah, apparently, I don't know. Is he? It was in my dream.
Oh. I get all my celebrity news from Melissa's dreams.
Yeah. Then I texted that to our text thread, and then Maria's like, no, you were just on IMDb looking at Haley Joel Osment.
2 minutes, not even 2 minutes. I was looking at his page on IMDb. Like, it was the nuttiest thing. And then what was the other thing that happened? There was one that happened.
Can I interject?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Okay, wait. Ghislaine Noel Maxwell.
Okay.
Age 58.
Okay.
Location: Palm Beach, Florida, New York, Teaneck, New Jersey, Miami Beach, Florida, Yonkers, New York.
Checks
Full
out.
report. Click to open it. And it says, when I put my cursor over it, it says, the contents of this report will shock you. Okay.
You're on a bad web. You're
I'm going to click it.
I think I have a membership to Intellius.
What's that?
It's like where you get people's information. I think I bought a month membership to it a while ago, and you can get a lot of shit on there.
So you could go to familytree.org.
I tried that.
The Mormon site. It's like a Mormon genealogy site, but anyone can use it and it's free.
I thought you were talking about Family Tree now.
I know. Familysearch.org. If you guys go to familysearch.org, you can find most things that are on ancestry.com, but it's free and you just need an account, which is a free account.
I'm at truthfinder.com, but I do have a feeling it's going to try to make me pay or give me a virus. Do you think that it's trolling my computer right now for my personal information? Is that a possibility?
Sure.
Allie, it's like
It's asking me now it's asking me even more questions.
closing time. One last call for Ghislaine.
I'm creating a free account.
It says you may be shocked if
No, you keep saying that. It keeps telling you that you're going to be shocked, and it never gives you the information.
What's going to shock us?
Oh my God, now it says government watch list notice. The federal government maintains a list of names of people who may be associated with a known suspect. Did you know if Ghislaine's Maxwell's name appears on a government watch list supplied by the DOJ, FBI, CIA, Interpol, or another government agency, you will have access to the details associated with this record.
Are you on the dark web?
I don't know what website I'm on. Alert. Some reports feature user comments which may be embarrassing or surprising insider information. Where am I right now?
You guys, Ghislaine Maxwell, Florida Marriage Index, September 27th, 1993.
Oh, 93.
Oh my God, do you think she's married to Epstein?
In Osceola, Florida. Where's Osceola, Florida? Did she live there?
I'm really concerned about this website that I'm on, but I'm just going to keep going. Ghislaine's report may contain graphic content that we can only reveal in a secure session. Immediate action required. Should I stop?
Yes, you should have stopped.
Yeah. Don't put in your credit card information or anything.
Okay, now it wants my social security and my mom's maiden name.
Are you on this familysearch.org, Melissa?
I just created an account.
Oh man, get ready because you're gonna be blown away.
Chris Borgerson.
Oh, is that his dad?
She's married to the guy's dad?
President Michael Gorbachev. Why is he related to?
Oh my God.
Mentioned in the... Anyway, we'll figure this out.
Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry. But
this website's amazing.
We'll figure out who
it out.
is.
Okay, so moving on to Pervert Park.
Yeah, so I found this morning when I was looking at Ghislaine stuff, and this popped up. It was a 60 Minutes thing about this trailer park in Florida. It's so gross, where only pedophiles live.
Yeah.
It is so crazy. And they claim that they're quote unquote virtuous pedophiles who have pedophilia but are not no longer child molesters. So they
yeah, there's some people who live in the trailer park are they are former criminals.
Sexual offenders.
They are. And this one guy they interviewed, like, he's like, I accept it. What I did was wrong. And this is what I have to do for the rest of my life. And they all live in this trailer park. And they all are like, some of them are like apologetic, but others are like, this one old guy. He's like,
Ugh.
I don't see any. He's like, I looked. I don't see anything wrong with just looking.
It's so gross. Yeah, like some of them claim to be rehabilitated.
Yeah.
But others are just like, this is just me.
And then he interviewed this people called virtuous pedophiles who claim that they've never acted on their desires.
Right. They like vow a life of celibacy because their carnal desires are so weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What gets crazy is they interview this neurologist.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole time the neurologist is talking, I'm like, you're a pedophile. But he did brains. Allegedly. He did brain scans on a bunch of pedophiles. And what he found is that their synapses are actually different. So from birth, there's like a part of their brain that's not connected or like not wired properly.
Yeah.
Like down to like how it's formed, like the biology.
That's crazy.
So, like when they see a child, like a certain part of your brain is supposed to like form together and like give like a maternal instinct or paternal instinct.
Right.
But for them, it like the like arousal part of their brain like is fired.
That's
up.
Crazy.
Yeah, but apparently it's not like an emotional response. It's not like a nurtured response. He said like this is nature, not nurture. Like this is how the brain is formed. It's not developed. So he said like pedophilia, which is the emotion, not the act. He like makes a distinction like pedophilia and molestation are different things. Like pedophilia is the feeling of the attraction. Molestation is acting on it. He's like pedophilia is like genetic. He's like you're born with it. Molestation is if you act on it.
What a curse.
Seriously, what a curse. If you believe what he's saying.
Right.
I think it probably goes both ways. I think maybe some people are born. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I believe some people are born with it.
I mean, I feel like some people turn into pedophiles because of trauma.
For sure. Like, I think a lot of it's trauma-based stuff. His position's like, you're born with it. And then the whole time he was saying that, I'm like, I feel like you're a pedophile trying to excuse your own behavior, allegedly.
I can see how it can go both ways. Like you can just be born and have a normal childhood and you just happen to be attracted to like younger children or like you had a trauma, because that seems the most likely where like this happened to you, so you are going to be doing it to children.
The hard thing is I don't understand how you could do this test, because if you're testing on an adult and like the sexual part of their brain is firing up, I don't know how you distinguish that from like an emotional response versus like a physical response. Like even if you were to test them as a child, like a child should be attracted to another child, not feel maternal towards another child. So like, I don't know how you could do the test and really figure out the difference between like a physical and an emotional response in terms of like sexuality. So I don't know. I don't understand how he did the test. However, I'm not a neurologist.
Anyway, but this trailer park looks real nice. It's in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's near the beach.
Yeah, Melissa wants to move there. So if you want to watch that documentary, it's kind of weird. It's called it's interesting. It's called Pervert Park.
It's an Australian 60 Minutes too. But it's based in Florida.
So it's 60 minutes backwards.
Exactly.
So anyways, that was weird. Then also, Melissa texted us the other day about people who are glowing, and I didn't understand anything you're talking about. So what?
Well, we should do a full episode about this because it's interesting. But the gist of it is
wet our palate.
It's called the Radium Girls, and I believe they're making a movie about it this year. It's these women who worked in this factory in like the 20s. They were using radium to paint watches, like watch faces to like glow.
There's a trailer out for it already.
Oh, really? And they were told, because the paintbrushes need to have a really fine tip, they were told, well, just lick the paintbrush to get the tip really fine, and then so you can paint the little tiny pieces. And then like they started like, and it glows. It's like radioluminescence. So they were painting their nails, painting their lip, like they were just having fun with it. And then they all died of horrible, horrible cancers.
Holy shit.
And the reason I thought of that was because there's this newspaper clipping that Maria found this crazy Kalamazoo murder. And I was looking at the old archive newspapers, and there's an ad for radium. And it says, radium is restoring health to thousands. No medicine, drugs, or dieting, just a light, small, comfortable, inexpensive, radioactive warming pad on the back of like it was saying how like you purchase this like radiated pad and it will cure all of your ailments, which is crazy.
Little did they know. We should take that article and be like, we read this and now we're sick. And then we should sue. We should do a class action lawsuit, even though it's probably like 80
it's
years
from
too
like
late.
1920. They banned it in the 60s. So I don't know.
We could say we're time travelers. They don't know.
But yeah, there was this crazy murder that Maria found.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What is this murder?
Well, I've been learning all about it. It's the Witchcraft murders in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I just went onto I have 4 favorite websites, and one of them is newspapers.org. And I typed in, because I know Melissa's from Kalamazoo, I just typed in Kalamazoo Witchcraft to see if anything came up. And this murder did. And it was this husband and wife, Eugene and Pearl Burgess. And they were friends with this woman named Etta Fairchild. And Etta Fairchild was a widow. She lived in an old folks' home. And they invited her over for dinner one night, and during dinner, Eugene got behind her with a lead pipe and beat her to death.
Holy
Crazy.
shit.
They rolled her up in a rug and put her in the cistern in the backyard. Basically, what happened was they thought that Etta was a witch who was bewitching their younger daughter, Eugenia. And they thought that they said she'd killed 100 people like throughout the years through her witchcraft. The whole thing was like they didn't feel guilty about it at all, because they were like, no, we did you guys a favor. Like, she was a witch.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
And then Eugene, the husband, ended up killing himself before the trial. And then Pearl got sent to the Ionia State Hospital for the criminally insane. It turned out that maybe they were part of a cult that was the Higher Thought. It was this movement called the Higher Thought. And Melissa, you found an article saying like Kalamazoo was like the hotspot for this Higher Thought.
Yeah, there were these articles in the newspaper. This was like 1929, where you could buy these like books and pamphlets that is like the Higher Thought, like join for $1 a year. You get all these pamphlets and you learn about all these like new agey stuff. And the woman who started it like ended up going to jail for like just scamming a bunch of people. And what's crazy is that they talked about the trial and how initially the jury came back with, it was like 8-4 in favor of acquitting her. Or that was initially what they thought.
Well, because of the wasn't it because of the insanity thing? Because they were like, because when you think about it, you do think to yourself, okay, so let's say this husband and wife truly did believe this woman was a witch. Okay. And if you believe that's the case as a juror, and you go, okay, so they were, whatever they were doing religiously or whatever, and they thought that their family was in danger because this woman was a witch. It makes you go like, okay, well then they should, then are they to blame for their actions if their actions they thought were, but then you think to yourself, but how can two people have the same mindset to that degree? And they were Christian Scientists before, which is like what
they don't take medicine.
Yeah, they're like not against, but like they they don't follow, normal medical practices. It seems that Etta Fairchild, I think, after they murdered her, Pearl went to her friend who was a Christian Scientist and asked her to help bury the body. So like they were still like in contact with their Christian Science buddies.
Still in cahoots.
But I think that Etta was just religious in a different way than them, and they maybe didn't trust her views. I think that might have been what happened.
Wow.
But yeah, I Googled their house and it was like 4 miles from where I grew up. It was near this brewery, Bell's Brewery.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Make great beer. But also, my sister just texted me this morning, speaking of a Kalamazoo murder. Do you guys remember when I talked about that guy, Jeremy Russell, who killed my friend's boyfriend in high school?
Yeah.
He beheaded him. So my sister texted me this Facebook
You say
link.
it so casually.
Yeah.
You remember that guy who murdered a friend and cut off his head? So my sister texted me this link. It's from Casey, who's the sister of Travis Lane, who was murdered. She wrote yesterday, "We found out today that Jeremy Russell, the man who murdered my brother, is being released and it is being officially reviewed in October. Jeremy was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole, but due to COVID-19, they are changing his sentence so they can release as many prisoners as possible. We are asking anyone that was affected by my brother's death and disagrees with Jeremy being released, please write a letter to Michigan Parole Board, Grandview Plaza, P.O. Box 30003, Lansing, Michigan 48909. Yeah, if this hasn't affected your life or your family's, but has seen how this has affected mine, please write. We're doing everything we can to stop this. Jeremy does not deserve to live his life when he took my brothers away."
That's so
Holy
crazy.
That seems
shit.
insane.
You should post that, Melissa, and have all the listeners,
Like,
write in.
don't release murderers. Release people who are in there for
cannabis
drugs.
Yeah.
Like that seems insane. They should not be able to do that.
That is insane. That's
Like, what
truly
the
Especially if he
crazy.
fuck?
beheaded them. It wasn't like
It wasn't just he shot him. He fucking
Yeah.
beheaded him, cut off his hands, stole his identity, drove
Yeah.
to fucking go to Aruba.
Don't let
It's
get decapitators out.
yeah, I can't imagine
Yeah,
like
don't let that guy go.
Ugh.
insane.
Yeah, that's bad news.
And then our final news
Our
story
final
for the
thing
day.
is for all our verifieds out there. Verifieds got kicked out of Twitter yesterday, so it was a really dark day for me and Melissa. Maria was fine.
I was fine. I mean, it felt nice having you guys down on my level.
Yeah, but there was some sort of like Bitcoin scam or something.
Yeah, people hacked into Twitter, posted on Bill Gates and Elon Musk's and Joe Biden's accounts.
And Obama.
Oh, really? They said, we're having a Bitcoin something. Send us Bitcoin and we'll double what you send us back.
It's so crazy. And people like started doing it.
Yeah, I think they sent over $100,000 of Bitcoin.
Yeah. So then Twitter was like, shut it all down. And we were locked out for like 5 hours or something, 4 or 5 hours.
Did you guys at least write down your thoughts so that the people could hear them later on? Or were the thoughts that you would have tweeted gone for good because you were...
I wrote drafts. Like I didn't understand what was going. I have like 30 drafts that are just like test.
Well, that happened to me because I just tweeted like, hi, to see if it worked. And then it didn't. But then like 5 hours later, it posted randomly.
Yeah, and
Oh
it
my
looked
God, really?
sad, Melissa, honestly. It was like
It did. I
it was a
actually
really sad
almost
tweet.
commented on it being like, married people can't tweet that.
Well, didn't you do one that said test, Allie?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah, so that's even
liked it.
sadder.
No, well,
Test is sadder
Okay.
than high.
on that note, Melissa, if people want to reach us sad girls, where can they do that?
You can email us at webcrawlerspod@gmail.com, or you find us on Twitter and Instagram or Reddit or Facebook.
Oh, let me say this really quickly.
Okay.
Can I say this
Yes.
really quick?
Go for it, I guess.
So you guys, I know we've talked about this before, but I really would like to get a live call-in show on the books sometime
Let's do it
by
next week.
mid-August.
okay.
Well, here's
Okay.
my thing. But here's my thing. I think it would be great if we could get a sponsor for it, and we could do ads throughout the live recording.
Oh, that would be so fun.
That's great.
And so, if any listeners know of any maybe up and coming brands or something like that are looking to get the word out on their product, put them in contact with us. Let's figure out a way to like make web crawlers live call-in sponsored by fill in the blank.
Yes, hot dogs.
Magic spoon. Hot dogs.
Yeah, magic golden spoon ice cream.
Golden spoon ice cream. That would be amazing. Cool. Yeah, we should definitely do that. And we could even maybe like each of us, I think you mentioned this has a sponsor. So like in the middle, I'll be like, let's pause for a second because I need to talk about something I love.
Yeah.
Capri Sun.
And we could be wearing shirts like race car drivers. Like we could be head to toe in whatever our sponsor is.
Yes, I love that. That's a great idea.
Like we wouldn't shy away. We wouldn't shy away from just selling. We'd sell.
No, I'll do like a vibrator. Someone like hawk a vibrator brand my way and some money, and I'll rep it. I'll use it.
She'll use it live.
I'll use it live. I don't care.
Then we'll get arrested.
And then this will be live on OnlyFans. Anyways, I'm Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stetton.
And I'm producer Maria.
Bye.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.